What's up, everybody? My name is Jayson Ramsey. I'm with the for sale team here at eXp Realty, and welcome to Living in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Today, we're going to have a little pro and con video for you guys of moving to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Now, a lot of the people that move to Cheyenne, they come from the military because of our big military base here, and a lot of people come up from Colorado as well. So I put a little pro and con list together. Obviously, there's going to be thousands of pros and cons, right? Up to you, but I found 5 that I kind of like and are kind of like dear to me, that should help you out, hopefully. If it doesn't, call me. I can help you move here. All right, we're just going to get right into it. Pro number 1 is that Cheyenne, Wyoming is the #1 affordable I think is how you should say it, U.S. capital in the country. So they rank #1 among the other U.S. capitals in affordability. Now, that's a great thing, right? Because when you're moving to another state, you want to know, can I afford it? And I could tell you that it's going to be very affordable rather than moving to like Sacramento, right? So, or Denver, especially. So #1 on the pro list is affordability. That's big. That's big. Number 2. I'm not very into this. I don't know a whole lot about this, but I do know that we have clean air. That's number 2, clean air. Our index rating is 97.8%. I'm going to be honest with you. Got no clue what an index rating is. No idea. But I do know we're the 3rd least polluted city in the United States. So that's cool. I like to breathe clean air. I'm sure you like to breathe clean air. So number 2, clean air. Number 3, now this one, I'm telling you guys, this one is near and dear to my heart, all right? And you might be saying, Jayson, I just met you. I just seen you on YouTube. That's right, but you're going to know this is near and dear to my heart. No traffic. That's number 3, no traffic. Now, even though 83% of people in Cheyenne own a car, our average commuter time is only 13 minutes. It's probably a little less than that, but that's the average, right? Now imagine this. You're driving into work in your big city, right? You're in the left lane. Nobody's in the right lane, but there's somebody in front of you, and they're not moving. Yeah, that hatred that's building up inside of you. That's right. We got no traffic here. That's right. You won't have to deal with that here in Wyoming. Big. That's big for me. All right. Number 4, and this is probably another big one for some people, not big for a lot of other people, but low taxes. Now, Wyoming does not have a state income tax, right? So, boom, there you go, low taxes. Nobody likes to pay taxes. Number 5 on the pros list is we have excellent recreation opportunities. Now, what I'm talking about is those of you who like to be outdoors, hunting, fishing, swimming, cycling. Our team leader, Brian, likes to do frisbee golf. We got all of that. I like to do regular golf, you know. We got all that and more here in Cheyenne for you to enjoy. Now, I was going to do 5 pros and 5 cons just so you could kind of get a little feel of it, right? It's not going to be the only video I'm sure you're going to watch when you're moving here. But I wanted to do an honorable mention on our pros because it is a big pro here in Cheyenne. And the honorable mention is Cheyenne Frontier Days. Right, so if you don't know what Cheyenne Frontier Days is, it's a big rodeo, and they have night concerts. The lineup for last year's concerts at the time of this filming was Garth Brooks, Thomas Rhett, Cody Johnson, Kane Brown, Blake Shelton. I'm forgetting a couple, but they're in there. That's the biggest thing in Cheyenne. Now that happens every end of July into the first part of August, depending on how the dates fall. But that is the biggest thing and best thing probably about Cheyenne is Cheyenne Frontier Days. If you've never been to Cheyenne Frontier Days and you're just watching this video and you're like, man, I'd love to go to Cheyenne one day, come during Frontier Days. You won't regret it. You'll have a blast for sure. All right. Now, those are just my pros that I have along the way. I'm sure there's plenty others, but we got to get into some cons. All right. So there's cons about every place. Right? #1 con here in Wyoming is the weather. And it's not mainly the weather in the summertime, it's the weather in the wintertime. And I'm not talking about snow, I'm talking about the wind. It is very windy in Wyoming, especially in Cheyenne and Laramie. So when you're wanting to move here, you just got to know in the wintertime, it gets a little windy. And that's why we have a lot of snowbirds that then flock to Arizona and things like that. Number 2 is the lack of entertainment. There's not a whole lot of entertainment here in Cheyenne per se. Well, we have a couple things, but not like your bigger cities, right? So Fort Collins is only a 45-minute drive, 30 if you drive fast, and Denver is an hour and a half on a good day without the traffic. Those places have the bigger events, right? Your Denver Broncos, your Colorado Avalanche, you know, your bigger concerts, your comedy shows, right? Museums, aquariums, things like that. You're gonna have to go down there. It's not that bad of a drive, but the lack of entertainment is there in Cheyenne. Number 3 is, am I on number 3? I don't remember if I counted right. Number 3 is high elevation. Now you're thinking to yourself, why does that matter? Well, higher elevation does pose health risks along the way. So even though it might not be for you, somebody in your family might have to deal with that. That might be a problem that could arise. I've helped people move out of Cheyenne because of their health in terms of the elevation. So just something to think about. Number 4 is it's a rural feel, right? So it's not a very big town. It's not even the biggest town in Wyoming. I believe Casper holds that title there. So if you want that rural feel, Cheyenne's gonna be for you. If you don't want that rural feel, Cheyenne might not be the best place for you. Number 5 on the con list, and I'm gonna tell you this, and you're gonna be like, why is the realtor telling me this? Because you should know, we have a high crime rate. Now don't freak out. It's only because Cheyenne isn't as big as all these other places. So when crime happens, and it happens frequently, your ratios and your percentages go up versus based on a bigger city. You know what I mean? So those are my 5 cons. Those are my 5 pros. All right, Cheyenne's a great place to come in terms of affordability. That's probably the biggest thing here. Some of these prices that people think that they can get in Denver, you're not going to get anymore. It just doesn't exist. But in Cheyenne, those prices do exist. Now I'm talking like the $200,000 price range. There's still great products out there in our market today when this video is being filmed of the $200,000 price range, right? So you're not going to find that anymore in Colorado. And it's creeping up in Colorado that you're not going to find that 300 price point here. We got plenty of that here. And if you want a smaller town feel with not, you know, with a little bit of drive to get to a bigger city, and I'm telling you guys, when you get into these bigger cities and you drive an hour and a half in the city, stuck in traffic, the drive from Cheyenne to these places in Colorado is not that big of a deal in terms of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today. We're going to be doing a whole lot more of these videos. I'd love to hear what you guys would like to see in terms of videos or real estate related. If you guys want to reach out to me, follow all my social medias. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you're on tap when I come out with new videos. We're going to do a whole lot more new videos. So please, please, please subscribe, like the video, tell your friends about it. If you guys want to hear more about real estate in general, follow my other channel. I'll put it down here. That'll be just like a real estate minded one. This one's going to be mainly for, you know, us out and about in Cheyenne. So thank you guys. Have a great day. Be kind to one another. Be safe.